couple ages. Welcome to a very, very sunny day. Welcome to Japan. Welcome to Suzuka. Welcome to the land of many things. Don't know what things, but many things nonetheless. My name is Evil Dragon XXL, and welcome to Suzuka. Welcome to Japan, just off the coast of the Pacific Ocean, I think, possibly. Yes. So today we've got a long old lineup. We've got Mr. Winnie McGee, who's going up. Oh, he's lagging. Oh, boys. We have Mr. Jake. We have MD. We have Mr. Slidey Dutchman. Costa Concordia. Born to be Wild. Asker. He's a little bit frisky. It's Carl Johnson. Crumpet and Cheese. We got It's Him. We got Mr. Lukey Lulu. We got W4 and Laggy McGee up front again as per usual, lagging as he so oftenly does. It is Jamie. Not long to go until qualifying is over. Just on 10 and a bit minutes, we believe. 7 o'clock at the time is just right now. Hopefully you're enjoying your nice sunny English day, an English cup of coffee, maybe something else as well. This, of course, is the land of the Swan, I believe. It's the land of the rising sun. Just as Michael Davis's car would say, Japanese writing is on agenda here in Japan. Of course, this circuit, prestige and history, first hosting a motor race back in 1986. Since then, it's hosted the likes of the F1 World Championship finale many a times. Remember, of course, the famous incident between Prost and Senna. Many a times there on the last corner, there at the first corner. We've seen tragedy, we've seen triumph of Kimi Raikkonen in 2005 coming from 17th, but this is GT racing. And in GT racing, you'll never know what happens, of course. Anything can happen in GT racing. We just can cast your minds back a few weeks ago to the Italian Grand Prix, where we had what was probably the most kinetic Grand Prix of all time. Meanwhile, low on pole position is Jamie. Jake just in second, across the line there, improves a little bit, but stays second position. Michael Davis in third ahead of Costa Concordia, Mr. Costa. MK Born in 5th position. We're just waiting for Vector to come back out on the circuit as well. On board with, let's see, who's we going on board with? Let's go on board with Michael Davis. He's just coming through the last corner right now to start what is going to be another flying lap on board with this beautiful, beautiful circuit, the Japanese Grand Prix. Let's go on board then and witness history. As I turn my notifications off as well, so I'll quickly do that for you there, because I know a few people were asking for me to turn notifications off. So there we go, notifications are now off. And immediately they're a bit frisky there, running over the white line down towards turn number 1, but through turn 1 we go. Then Michael Davis has just set the fast lap time as well. Jamie meanwhile is running a little bit off the road there, but through up the hill comes Michael Davis. Here he comes left, right, what's out there? Is he coming for the left-hander? Long left-hander then. Keep it building the speed though slightly. GT3 cars, very difficult to drive, remember. Now build speed, 80 miles an hour up to 90. Keeps it gently there in his Lexus then. Out he comes. Now down towards beautiful iconic shots there as he blasts down towards the double right-hander then. This is Degner. Through he comes into deck number 2. Does he okay? Yes, he does. Bit of a slide on the outside. Now, next to him there is the Forest of Endor. But we'll ignore that forest. Now, down onto the brakes, he comes to the hairpin. Let's see how many times we lock up. Every time someone locks up, we'll take a drink. So, through he comes. A-OK there. Now, let's build the speed up. Gently he does then as he comes through the long right-hander towards Spoon. Tricky braking zone this one is here. It's kind of uphill braking, off corner as well. You're turning in at the same time, so it's all the things a driver absolutely hates. A bit of a slide for Michael Davis though. Just about keeps it on the island though. Through the exit he comes then. Not long to go. A bit of a slide on the exit as well for good measure. Now blasting it down the straight. There, get your comments down in the chat as well to come to 130 up. We've got there, and I think he's back off his lap time. That is, I believe, Vectro just there behind him. Yes, it is in 4th position there. Vector 666 driving his Martini livery there, as he so often loves to do in the Lexus. Not long to go, of course, until the race begins. Only a matter of a few moments' time. Hopefully you're jumping and enjoying watching the beautiful scenic ride here around, of course, the Japanese Grand Prix here in Suzuka. Such iconic shots around this place. Hopefully you're all going to be enjoying it. But here in Japan in the setting sun, what can we see today? Will we see the likes of Jay coming through the field? Will we see Jamie dominate a race? Or will we see Michael Davis get taken out by the wild, vicious Asuka? Autopilot, yellow flags meanwhile. What's that for? No idea. Here comes Jamie's in second position right now. We're looking at Mr. Crumpet, who's coming in the pit lane there. And has been eaten by the pit road. Now let's see what his mechanics can do to his car. Walking out like they're ready for... They're ready for the beat down. Here we come then. Let's see what are they going to do then on those tyres. And let's go. Put the tyres on. Put the tyres on. That's the best pit stop. That is the perfect pit stop. 5 minutes to go until the beginning of the Japanese Grand Prix. This is going to be interesting to see. What can we see today? And here's Frisky. He is behind MK Bourne. And let's see what happens there as these two get a little bit close for comfort in this is qualification so far. But in comes Jake LFC. And let's see what he can do. Let me just lean over and grab my drink out of my bag quickly whilst I do this. So I have something to take, juice and a small drinking place. Excitement happens. Get a bit closer. MK Bourne. Well then, that could have ended in tragedy. Bad Frisky. What, oh god. Oh god, he's in the gravel. MK Bourne spun. And that is qualification in a nutshell there for those two. Now, while I expect Frisky might have a little trip to the Steerodrome after that one. Small trip. And there comes Frisky. Tyres changed, ready for the hit bomber there. There goes the mechanic. That was the perfect pit stop. And there's the blue flags. Blue flags. And then comes MK Bob. That was also the perfect pit stop. Very short pit lane. They seem to all be in the same pit lane. Stop. Thing. Box. There we go. Box. Here goes Vector up the hill. Now, here's someone who's impressed me. Remember last race, he was absolutely going sideways around a corner. He is Dutch, I suppose. He hasn't crashed into his comrade, the other Dutch driver. Where is the other Dutch driver? Where is he? No. He's not here. Top 2, 7, only 2 tenths a second. 4 tenths there to Jake. Luke, who's going somewhere into turn number 1 there. And there is a Corvette of Forest passing him. Asuka, 5th. And Vector's been eaten by It's Me. He's got himself inside W4, meanwhile, having a bit of a battle with Frisky, who just had a moment ago there. Vector pulls off to the side, off the road. 5 minutes to go until the beginning of the Japanese Grand Prix. And I'm excited to see what the drivers can do. What do you think they can do in the chat, lads? Get it down below. Do feel free to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you are up to date with Inside Line Racing, you'll know that we are now on Xbox. Meanwhile, never mind Xbox. Oh, dear. Can you not mispronounce my name so badly? No. The answer to that. I don't know which one you are. I'll try and figure that out later. Around the outside goes Frisky. This is on qualification, by the way. This is interesting. Is he going to do it? Yes, he does. Off the road. Frisky. Road's that way. Good, lads. W4's going to come back up the inside. This is a qualification, by the way. What are they doing? Oh, they've gone inside each other. I think I found out who is moaning about me pronouncing the name. It's Akshu. Or however you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce your name. You are Finnish. And I can't pronounce Finnish names. It's period. I will try and pronounce your name correctly. I'm going to say it's going to be Akshu. Akashu? Akashu. Yes. Akashu. Perfect. Done it right. Meanwhile, on pole position so far is Michael D. Had a Jamie, Jake, Luke, Akashu, Mr. Costa, Bourne, Frisky, who's battling W4, who's battling Frisky, Mr. Crumpet, who's probably having some food. I'll pronounce it wrong again. Forrest in 12, he's rating in 13, and Vector comes out of the pit lane. He is in 14th position so far. I've mispronounced it again, lads. But we'll keep going. but I will probably just pronounce it Aska. I can't pronounce it. Aku? Aku. No? Oh my! The Lord has spoken. He is angry with how we pronounce his name. Let's look away. Now let's look at Jake, who just improved there. 94 thousandths behind his fellow comrade of Jamie. Right, we're going to try. This is going to be the stream thing. I'm going to see if I can pronounce Mr. Finland's name correctly. Aksha? We'll figure it out. I need a word of you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. We'll figure it out in the Panasonic livery, by the way. I've just realised it's the Panasonic livery. Who's gone up the field? Frisky up to 4th. Good luck, boys, and thank you, Undefined F1. Oh, I pronounced it right. No? Aww. Close? Am I close to pronouncing the name? Don't know. Might be close. Maybe I'm not. If you're watching this after the race is going on and you're watching this back, you're probably confused of who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Mr. Finland. Can't pronounce his name, but I will try, and there is Mr. Vetro. 666. The Devil's favourite demon coming through the corner into 130R. The Devils. And here comes the final. Here we go then, the finale. Here on, well, round 4. And Vetro is done and dusted. He's absolutely delivered. He's in 8th position there. He's behind Akashu. But let's see what happens in this motor race. Now, it's going to be exciting. 25 laps as per usual. The Japanese Grand Prix. We'll be excited to see who is going to be the one launching the thing. And oh no, he was going purple. Tragedy there. As you can see here, we'll ignore that. There is Jamie, Michael Davis. So Jamie got pole again. Head of Michael D, Jake, Frisky, Costa, Akshu, however you pronounce it, Vectro, Forest, MK Bourne, and here we go. We're rolling off the grid. Here we go then for the Japanese Grand Prix. Jamie is lagging already. So this is going to be absolutely exciting. Who is going to be getting the auto drive clips of doom? Here we go then, the beginning of the Japanese Grand Prix. And his lights out and away we go. And Jamie pulls the Hender away then from Michael Davis there. Over now slotting in their positions. Are we going to see any overtakes straight away? All straight and clean already. And oh no. Well, we have an issue there for Luke. Lukey Lulu has had an unfortunate issue. He's not here, but up front, Jamie lead from Michael from Jay, Frisky, Costa. Then there's Vector behind Finland. Forrest and MK Bourne, it's me. W4 Crumpet hates racing. Luke seems to be out of this race already there, or whatever has happened to him. He seems to have died. And then there's Luke behind him. So Luke and Luke down the back. And oh, God, off goes Jamie. Jamie's been nudged. Jamie's in the gravel. And off. It's happened immediately. Jamie's lagging McGee's struck again. He's down in 6th. That means Jake leads from Mr. Costa. Frisky leads from J. Luke. We've got an issue here with the game. The game's having an issue. J. Luke seems to be a lap down already. Something's going on here. Behind him there is Aku. So the grid seems to have gone all wrong because J. Luke, who we believe is not a lap down. There's Vector, then in 5th position as well. Interesting stuff here. A little bit of an issue there with the timings that we believe. We do not know exactly where J. Luke is. So we're presuming he is in 15th position. There he's off-road. He's getting blue flag as well. So maybe he is a lap down. We do not know if he isn't. Akshu just got past there, and there is J. Luke. Seems to be out of this race. And that'll be interesting to see if he is actually there. So everyone blasting past. There off the road there. Vector going for a move here on J. Luke. Now around the outside into chicane. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Then there's Jamie, who had an issue a few moments ago. But this is an interesting glitch here so far. We do not know where the other Dutchman of J. Luke is. But so far, Vector now a little bit under pressure here from J. Luke, who's now reset himself. He is now in 6th position. So now the grid officially in the correct order. Vector has a little time penalty as well up front. Meanwhile, leading the race by 0.06 of a second, according to our screen, is Jake. Leading from Mr. Costa. Behind him, Frisky and Aska. Vector, J. Luke, Jamie, MK Vaughan. It's me, Forrest, Michael, W4, H Racing, Mr. Crumpet, and Luke, who seems to have gone to Narnia. Lap 2 of 25 already, and we're already starting to build up a little bit of battle. We're seeing the pace difference here. Jake is leading this motor race just from Mr. Costa. How long that's going to be, though, is a different story. They're very, very close on the circuit. Any moment they could just take a moment to switch around. Already, though, great racing here on lap 2 of 25, 23 and a bit laps to go. And are we going to see the likes of Frisky get a little bit frisky? Or are we going to see the likes of the Ducks versus the Finnish? That'll be an interesting battle there. And of course, J-Luke coming across as well. He's starting to close up on Vectro so far. Let's see if he can do a few overtakes in a few moments' time as he comes down into Spoon. I'll sit back there for the time being. We'll see if he can do anything. In a few moments' time, Slipstream, of course, for the likes ahead. We've got Miss Asker and Mr. Costa. Asker a little bit running wide there. He's behind Frisky as well. Now, this is interesting. We've got a Slipstream train here. In the background there is Jamie. He's coming through the field down in 7th position so far today. But a long load of cars. Difficult to overtake here on the Japanese Grand Prix. Though I said they all belong past what is the corpse of the other Dutch driver there. J-Luke down the inside on Vectro. Can he do anything there? Has to sit behind for the time being. He was inside him for a brief moment there. I think Vectro was a little bit violated there as Vectro now pounces on Mr. Costa. The Costa drink has not helped him. He's out of the slipstream of Asker as he goes side by side down towards turn number 1. Vectro has the inside line here. Let's see. A little bit of pull across, keeps the line just a there. Vectro can't do a lot about that. Has to sit behind there. Let's see as he ends number 2. Let's see he can do the move there. Has a little look there. Look at Jamie. He's lagging. This can't be good for him, but the field so far going good. We don't know exactly there. It's Vectro now under pressure. J-Luke going around the outside now as he come into the S-section there, but can't do a lot about it. Straight away has to just sit up behind him. Just look at his rear end and try and perhaps give him a bit of a nudge. He's given a bit of a nudge. He's coming through inside lines. They come down towards Degner. Let's see the outside line opportunity. And he's gone through him. He's gone through him. Well, that's not off. He has been overtaken. Got a bit of a laggy Jamie here today. But Vector was violated for a brief moment and finally got his business back. Jamie is lagging absolutely wild. I think he's got McDonald's Wi-Fi. Bit of a lag spike for him. Hopefully that sorts of H Racing Green is out of the race already. We're only just started it as well. Lap 3 of 25 up front. We've got the likes of Jake pulling away slightly from Frisky, pulling away from Acu, Mr. Costa, Vector, and there is Jamie. He's coming through the field now. Bit of lag on him, of course. Let's see if he can do any moves on our fellow Dutch drivers that come down towards 130R. Here on lap 3 of 30, 25, 22 and a bit laps to go here. Jamie starting to close up a little bit left over the head there. Mr. Costa coming up a little bit on cue. Vector under pressure a little bit more now from Jamie McLaggy. Coming through, get your comments down in the chat as well. I love seeing your comments. Get them down below. Not a lot of action going on so far. Jamie's starting to put a little pressure there, and up front we've still got a bit of battle going on between the two there. Nick phone back, J-Luke and Michael Davis coming to blows as well. That'd be interesting to see what these two can do. They just come down towards turn number 1. Is that Michael going to the inside? Yes, he is. Backs off there. Can't do a lot down the inside there. Has to sit behind for the time being. Here now, it's crucial for these drivers to wait, and off goes MK Bourne. No, he doesn't. He's caught the slide like an absolute boss. It's me and Forrest and Crumpet and Luke who seems to be still stuck in turn number 130R. Frisky now closing up a little bit now on James. The gap is only 2 and a bit tenths of a second. It's closing up very dramatically here. And it's interesting to see if these guys can battle here. Lap 4, 21 laps to go. Further back there, you've got the likes of Acu, Costa, Vectro, Jamie. And then a big gap there to Luke and Michael. Jamie Lowe struggling in this race. He had a weird incident a few laps ago where he seemed to have had an issue with a lag spike. Costa Lowe in that position there. Jamie lagging again. So if he is lagging too much, he's lagging a lot. And he might have to get the red and black flag or the orange and black flag if he's lagging too much, I'd imagine, because if he takes the driver out because of lag, I don't think anyone will be very pleased with that one. Do remember, by the way, and off goes Jamie. No, if he doesn't, this is really weird. I don't know what's going on. He's lagging absolutely everywhere. Don't forget, by the way, you have an Xbox tier now on the F1 side, so don't forget to subscribe to Inside Line Racing. Do feel free to follow at Inside Line Racing or ILR on Twitter as well. Around the outside goes Mr. Costa into the last corner. Can he do anything there? No, he can't. Venture has hit behind as well. Do love seeing good racing here in the Japanese Grand Prix. Vector now on the back of Mr. Costa as he comes down towards turn number 1. Here we go. Let's see. Costa pulls the inside line. Vector's forced to go on the outside. The outside's opportunistic here. Let's see if he can do it. Round the outside he goes. He's done it. Yes, through up to 4th. Great overtake there, and off goes Costa. No, he's caught it again. Jesus. Jamie's lagging absolutely everywhere. Jamie, stop lagging. Costa's doing absolutely best he can from holding off Jamie. Let's see as Jamie comes through. Let's see, he's all the way back. We never know. He might be leading this race. He might be lagging. Let's see. He's trying to make a move so far. Can he do anything? I don't think he's close enough to make a move yet. We'll keep an eye on it. But back, Michael Davis has passed Jay Luke a moment ago. We saw down towards turn number 1. We're looking about here from 4th, 5th and 6th position there. Up to almost 3rd position there as Akio is now in this battle as well. Vectro closing up, but it's still under pressure from Costa here as it comes down into the hairpin. Let's see if Costa has a little look to the inside. Thinks of it. Can't do a lot about that. Gets very close to Vectro's rear end. And here goes Jamie now, has a little look to the inside line here as it comes into the very long right hand towards Spoon. Let's see as he got the overtake done. Yes, he has great overtake there from Jamie. He's overtaken Costa. Let's see if Costa can come back low. Oh, hey. Jamie lagging quite a lot right now. So this is a little bit interesting here. Jamie lagging. Vector has a penalty as well to count onto there. He's on the grass a little bit there. He's coming to 130R. Lap 5 of 25 in the order as it stands so far as, oh my god. Jake, Frisky, Aku, Vectro, Jamie, Costa going down the inside into all the last chicane. Has to sit behind there for the moment to be and has to wait his turn. Good little boy there, always likes to sit behind. He's got a very laggy Jamie ahead of him. He wants to be careful, he doesn't want to hit him. As he comes down the straight, and Vectro getting through up to 3rd. Yes, here we go. Vectro to 3rd position now. He's just taken Aku there, and Aku thinks he's going to try and make the move back, but he really isn't there. And Jamie thinks he's quick, but he's lagging absolutely everywhere, so we don't know. And who's that going slowly? Someone's off. Someone's off. Who is it? Who's off? W4's off. He's spun the car. Who's off though? Someone's dropped it somewhere. I don't know who it is. I think it might be Jake. It might be Jake. I don't know. So we've lost someone from the race. Frisky leads his race, so we've lost someone, but I don't know who we've lost. Vector up the 2nd, Aku 3rd. Jamie's up the inside into Degner, and off goes Costa in the gravel. He's been nargy-bargied off the road there by Jamie, who's lagging, so we don't exactly know where he is on the road. We know he's leading this race here. He's coming through there. Now, Aku versus Vetro. Now, this is getting a little bit interesting there. And so sad to see Mr. Costa off into the gravel trap there, down into Degner. But up front now, leading is Frisky. And there, of course, is Luke. Through this field, Mr. Crumpet. Then we've got Forrest, it's me, W4, MK Bourne, Costa, Luke, Jake, Michael, Jamie, round the outside, can he do it? No, he has to sit off there for a second. I thought he was making a move, but here comes Aku, going to the inside, into 130, oh, this could end in tears, has to sit behind there. He's not going to try and murder his fellow foreign friend of Vector, he doesn't want to end up in tears there. What's up for Jamie though? He's coming through, he's going around the outside. Off goes Michael in the background there. He's taking a very much the wide line into that corner. Jamie just sitting behind there. Here goes Aku in the slipstream again on Vectro. And fuel rise. Everyone's starting a run a little bit low fuel. And in comes Jamie. Into the pit lane. In comes Jake. And in comes Michael Davis then. J. Luke coming through up there around the outside. Goes Aku. Vectro keeps the inside line again. Aku can't do around the outside. Up the inside. Potentially. Has to sit behind there. These guys are 2nd and 3rd here on lap 7 of 25. Just over 20, 18 and a bit laps to go. Mental Matt's working a treat there as Akio tries again around the outside, which I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's still trying. Vector holds his line beautifully, like he's entitled to in his Martini Lexus Cowper thing. I don't know what his actual name is, but I know it has Cowper Martini in it. Oh, the inside. That's it again. Behind. Akio really challenging. He is, of course, from the hometown of Finland. Of course, the Finnish driver is known to be mad sometimes. Let's see if we see Akio dive bombing a wild Dutchman. There he is, down the inside of a Dutchman. Bit of contact there with Vectro, a bit of arty-barty. I think it's too clean. Vectro straight around the outside there. Now they're side by side. Akio just sits behind for the time being. Now 7 of 25. And this is turning into quite a race here for second and third position. Let's see around the outside again. Can he do it this time around? He's got the long way around into Spoon. He'll give him the short Spoon if he's not careful. His Vectro very knows where he's going to plant the car. Plants it perfectly on the exit to say, don't try it, sunshine. If you try it, there could be a moment. He's going to try it. He's going to go around the outside. This is going to be risky. Vectro covers him off there. Gives him a bit of a squeeze. He's on the grass almost there. Woohoo! Vectro, my boy, pushing it like a treat there as he passes the poor other Dutchman there of Lukey Lulu. In comes Akio. Vectro stays out there. Frisky comes in and these both come in then. Second and third into the pit. They top 3 in. Let's wait and see where Mr. Jamie is. I think Jamie is going to overtake him. He's gone for fresh tyres. He's gone for fresh fuel. He's going to lead this race then here in the race. Luke will lead, of course. Jamie's second. Michael is third. Frisky comes out in what is 7th or third position, should we say there. So he's ahead of the likes of Michael Davis. Where's the likes of Vectro though? And oh, round the outside goes Michael Davis. Frisky out the inside line there. That's a bit close between those two into turn number 1 and 2. But Michael just sits behind Frisky. Where is Vectro? Down in 8th. Down in 8th. That is a surprise. That's a bad stop for Vectro. He's gone very long in the stop compared to the likes of Frisky, who's up in 3rd position right now. So that is interesting to see. Jamie's just taken the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix meanwhile. However, he's got a little bit less fuel. He's going to have to pit again shortly. But he has fresh tyres, so he's going to be for an interesting strategy here. So he oftenly does. Now, are we going to see a masterclass from Jamie again here today in the Japanese Grand Prix? Maybe so. Luke sliding on the exit there ahead of Frisky, who's sliding as well. 16 and a bit laps to go here. Michael and Jake. And look at this cluster of cars here. That is Costa, Vectro, MK Bourne and Jake there, all separated by about 14 milliseconds. Vectro is going to be coming through like an absolute bat out of hell down the inside of coast of Mr. Costa. Let's see if Mr. Costa doesn't barrel roll off upside down. He runs wide and he's saying, I'm not going to battle that one. I'm going to go off and have my own version of the conquer line. Now Vectro has the back of MK Bourne now, so Vectro now has to challenge MK Bourne now on his beautiful lap time of 5.6. Many lap time. It's me that's 7 as well. Around the outside goes Vectro into 130R. Does the move A-OK? Yes, he does. MK Bourne tries to come through. And he does go through as Vectro violates his fellow Dutchman as well of Lukey Lulu. In comes the pit lane, comes Jay Luke meanwhile into the pit lane. Let's see. His mechanics walk out there very casually, so they're very happy with that one. In comes MK Bourne. Vectro now up to 5th position. Michael Davis in 3rd, Frisky in 2nd. Jamie leads this race in 1st. And there is Akio behind Vectro. So Akio miles behind Vectro. So Vectro really made this work for him. He's really gained quite a lot of time compared to the likes of Akio. It'll be interesting to see where this will pan out in the long term. Vectro has half a tank of fuel. So the likes he has of Jamie, perhaps not doing the same strategy. And hello to D3 Adlander, or Deadlander in the chat. Up front, meanwhile, Jamie leads this race by quite a while from Frisky now. It's a brilliant thing. And indeed, yes, like Deadlander said in the chat, I can't wait for the Xbox 10 I don't think any of us can. It's going to be exciting, of course. You have some of the best commentators on the Xbox side of Ginger Andy. I'm excited to see where he goes in this race. Frisky there in second, Michael in third, Jake in fourth. And of course, on the topic of Andy, we do have to say, I believe, now don't quote me if I'm wrong, happy birthday, Andy. Yeah, I believe it is your birthday. If it's not, it is now. But I believe 100% it is your birthday. So happy birthday there. And there is Lukey Lulu, who's... Can we see where Lukey Lulu is sometime? Jamie going absolutely sideways there. And everyone, some people taking part in the ILRGT. It's going to be exciting. Well, not the ILRGT, this is ILRGT, ILR Xbox. It's exciting to see what that happens. I'm excited to watch the streams back, and of course, never know what happens in that race. You have two very talented commentators, but on the PS4 side, we have many commentators as well. Vector in 5th position as well. He's currently doing well. Now, let me see where he goes in this race, of course. The ILR, well, the ILR F2 commentator along with me, and well, we have to say, those races are bonkers. Do feel free to go and watch those races, by the way. It was on Tuesday. It was absolutely insane. I'm not plugging it. I might be plugging it, but it's a beautiful race. There was a lot of carnage. I was excited. Vector was very excited. There was lots of carnage. That's an understatement. There was lots and lots of carnage. There was absolute chaos. And it's exciting to see. So what's it back, Mr. Costa, meanwhile, in the back of W4. A bit of weaving there from the pair of them. Naughty boys. I think Mr. Whiting might have a word of those guys if they keep doing what they're doing there. Costa closing up low. We're on that 10 of 25, 15 and a bit left to go. And Mr. Crumpet down the back. Lukey Lulu, however, is in the middle of Narnia. Forrest in the Corvette, as per usual, struggling there. Costa coming through now. Let's hope he doesn't roll it like the Costa Concordia. This is Gran Turismo Sport, if you're wanting to know that. It's GT Sport. Currently we're riding on board with, well, we're not riding on board because the game won't let me ride on board. We're looking at Mr. Costa there, and W4 just sitting ahead. MK board as a penalty there. So little neutral battle here for 9th and 10th position here. A good exit there for Costa. He's going around the outside. The inside of this corner here, on the outside for the next corner. Let's see if he can do it. W4 holds the inside line like he's entitled to. Costa, a bit of nudgy there. Naughty boy there. Now it's the outside line. Let's see. Long way around. It's going to be difficult to go around the outside all the way. Has to sit behind for the time being. Can't do anything down into Spoon unless he wants to rear end him. Has to sit behind for the time being. That will be interesting to see what he can do there. Filming. We'll have a look to see where some of the other drivers are up front. Jamie leads the race from Frisky. Michael, Jay, Vectro, Acu, J. Luke, MK Bourne, W4, and here goes Costa around the outside into 130R. Here we go. Now, this is going to be interesting. Can he do it at the outside? Has to sit behind again to get a cut back as he goes through Luke there. Now he's got outside into the chicane. That's going to be difficult to try anything there. Has to sit behind again. Let's see if he gets another cut back. W4 holds his line. Now the exit down towards the start line. Here we go to begin lap 11 for these guys now. Down towards turn number 1. Is W4 going to yield? Is Costa got the inside line? Yes, he does. Now, down the inside he goes into the first corner. Let's see, is he going to get the move? Yes, he does. W4's going to come back at it. He's not giving up the fight. Fight for all their will. They're still side by side. So come up to the S section. Costa has it behind for the time being. Finally concedes the position for the time being. Now he's still, no, he's not getting the conceded position. He's still trying around the outside. This is brilliant stuff here. Watching cars so close. You don't see this in F1 that often. This is GT Sport. This is absolute carnage. Hello to IOR Gizmo in the chat as well there. This is the motor race of the century. Well, one of them at least. Monza, I think, was slightly better. Costa and W4 battling at it for 10th position behind. And these guys all are all on equal fuel, equal tyres. Costa down the inside again and going a little bit sideways as well. W4's now got a little bit behind. Now he's going to have to fight again the inside line. He has to move still. Currently, still can't do it all about it. And let's see, down on the braking zone we go again. Costa's still behind W4. Can't do anything about it. W4 went a little bit wide. Costa had to look to the inside line there. This is inside line racing. That is the inside line for Costa. He's still trying. Look for that Corvette. Don't see much of a Corvette, but here it is. Corvette coming into this as well. Costa now has a look to the inside potentially as they come into 130R. Has to stay behind it again. They do not want to hit each other. He's going through Lucky Lulu again. He still has the outside line. Look at Forrest behind. Runs a little bit deep into the corner. Goes W4. He's going around the outside. He has the inside line. Contact. A little bit there. Now look at Forrest. They're going to go 3 wide here. Oh boy. They're going to go 3 wide if they're not careful into the turn number 1. This will end in carnage. Forrest cuts the outside line on Costa. No, he hasn't. Costa just holding the position here. Very close racing for 9th, 10th and 11th. Up front, Jamie, Frisky and Michael, your top 3. We're keeping an eye on this battle here, however, for 9th, 10th and 11th. A great battle here from W4, Costa and Forrest, because they're battling. They're all in nickel fuel. They're all going to be going to the end of this race. We'll presume one more stop for most of them here. I hope you're enjoying it in the chat. Here goes the W4, running a little bit wide again, or I think it's Whitehall there, who it is actually, Whitehall. I have you pronounce your name. Apology if I pronounce it wrong, but W4 there, holding his line from Costa, holding his line from Forrest. Down to the braking zone and going for lap 12, the 12th time round. Running a bit wide goes Costa there, trying to get the best line. That's really cost him here, because Forrest now has the inside line there into the corner. Now he's getting a bit close. 3 cars going into the corner at once. It's getting very close and very personal between these guys. They're all battling here. They're getting closer. Forrest has a little look to the inside. Costa has a little look to the inside. W4 spun it. Oh no, he's dropped it. Carnage there. So sorry to see him drop it. Here goes Forrest. He's going down the inside line. And he got the inside on Costa. No, he hasn't not. He can't do it there. W4 dropped it a moment ago. Apologies to see him dropping. He's got an issue. W4's got an issue. He's dropping dramatically slow. Thank you there to Gizmo in the chat there as well. Out comes Jake. That was a good pit stop from him. Costa and Forrest. Forrest has got a big toe in the Corvette. Can we see a Corvette overtake a car for once? He's going to the inside line. Costa's covering. Can't do anything yet. Again, had to sit behind for the time. Oh, and down off. Oh my goodness me. Costa's gone and bottled that one. Disastrous there. That is the last thing he wanted to see. What is going on there? W4 spun. Costa spun. Forrest. Masterful, masterful mind games to him, surely. Every time a car's ahead of them, they've spun off into a wall. This is MK Boom. My goodness me, what's happened to him? That was absolutely out of control there. Jake got past believe. Acuin's 5th. Vetter up in 4th. Michael, Frisky, Jamie, your top 3 here today. Jamie, though, we do love to see him lag. There he's lagging. You'll believe he'll come in this lap? Let's see. He's surely going to come in this lap or the next lap. His tyres and feel like going off the cliff like an absolute brick in the wall. Let's see. Is he coming in this lap? Stays out. We're going to see anyone trying the undercut. Vetter, we believe, will stay out until lap 15 or 16 as well. So don't expect him to come in for any time. So Jamie, Frisky. In comes Michael Davis, though. Into the pit then. That's for his last top plan. He'll go for the end of the race next 13 laps. Let's see what he can do, though. It'll be for full fuel. Tyres come off. They go up on the jacks. The new tyres go on. Long stop as they take on the fuel then. Let's see where he's going to drop to be. It'll be around where AQ is, we believe. Or MK Bourne. Stays in the pit lane for a long time. Now, out he comes. Where is the light of AQ? There he is. He's going to be around the outside of turn number 1. He's gone through up to 4th. Michael stays there. And AQ spun! Oh, that's the horrible luck. He just got past Michael a moment ago. He spun. People saying all from AOR. Yes, I am from AOR, if you're wondering. MK Bourne, he's got a beautiful line there. Look at that. Jay Luke has been put in the sand, and he's been sat there said, I'll teach you how to do an overtake there, boy. Around the outside goes the German in the S section. What an overtake there. Jay Luke's not had enough of it, though. He's going to come back through if he's not careful. Better up in third, by the way. Expect these guys all to pit. Well, especially off goes Gio. He doesn't go off. Jamie doesn't go off there. Bit of lag for him. He's lagging there. I think we might have to get a lag count for him here today, but a bit of lag from Jamie. Frisky going in second so far. I expect Jamie to pit this lap. If he doesn't, then he's going to run out of fuel, so he's going to have to pit this lap, let's be honest here. In comes Jamie into the pit lane. Yes, he does. In comes Jamie into the pit lane. Frisky will come in maybe as well in retaliation. No. Vettel will go up to second for the time being, but currently will be fourth, miscounting everyone, because Michael Davis will be coming through. Let's see, are we going to see Vettel come in the pit lane this lap? Yes, in comes Vettel, so he is reacting there. Yes, Frisky saying Jamie's lagging. Jamie is very much lagging, Frisky. Well done for pointing out what is very much a lot of lag. And remember, that is going to cost you a little bit of time there. You did pause the game. In comes Vettel results. Let's see Vettel versus Jamie. Who's going to come out first? Well, okay. Right. So, Jamie, okay, moving on. Michael's in third. I'm confused there, but I will call it lag. Well, that is probably the world's best pit stop in the history of mankind. Jay Luke and MK Bourne still battling here. This is a battle for 4th and 5th position so far. And these guys still have to do another pit stop, I believe, here, for fuel and tyres. So we can spend at the pit around about lap 17 or 18. But this is an interesting battle here for 4th and 5th. We'll keep an eye on that. Vetro's going slowly. What's happened to Vetro? He's ghosted. He's spun. Jay's caught up a little bit. Forrest, who's doing well. Accused absolutely nowhere now compared to Vetro. Costa down in 10th, not doing very well. W4 after spin. Luke out of this race as well, we believe, or somewhere. I will need to know. I will be good to see if we can find out where Luke is after this race. But up front, Frisky leads the race from Jamie. Michael and MK Bourne now slightly pulling away from J. Luke. These two have to pit. Vetro, though, will be in 4th position once everyone else around them have all pitted. Hopefully you're enjoying this beautiful race, by the way, here. Not a lot of action going on compared to the likes of the other races like Monza, but what I have to say, though, it's a beautiful circuit. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining in the sky, but a few clouds in sight. Oh, God! Jamie's died! Jamie's out of the Japanese Grand Prix. Your leader is disconnected. Oh, my goodness me. Frisky's cursed Jamie. Oh, my goodness me. Michael Davis will lead this race, I think. It's going to be close. He's going to lead this race out of the pit lane. I think it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be Frisky. Your leader is out of the Japanese Grand Prix. Frisky's your leader. Michael's second, MK Bourne up in third, but that's the pit. Luke as well. Vetro's on the podium. Vetro's on the podium then. Just counting when Luke and MK Bourne pit. We know that they have to pit. They're not going to make it to the end of the race. This is absolutely incredible for Vetro. His third race back, he could score a podium. What a rotten feeling for Jamie. That is going to absolutely blow the championship wide open. This is absolutely incredible. Expect the unexpected. They normally say anything can happen in motor racing. Usually does. He's disconnected. That's basically an engine failure of his internet. We know he was lagging. Perhaps a misfiring. That is surely the most dramatic moment of his season so far. Disconnecting here in Japan. So that's no punch in Japan. He struggled last time out as well. MK Bourne in third and Vetro in fourth. Jaduk just pitting the... Well, it's under pressure from Aki, who goes down the inside. The Finnish driver is taking no hostages and has absolutely gone and done and dusted J. Luke there. But we know he's on a lot older tyres. He's on a lot less fuel, but older tyres nonetheless. So he's struggling a lot. Vetro now under pressure, maybe from Aki in a few laps' time. This will be an interesting battle there. Vectro Low has fresher tyres compared to Jake. So Jake there. Sorry there, 2IQ. I thought I just overtake. It was Jay Luke who just overtook that. My apologies there. Jake who just overtake Jay Luke. So getting a bit confusing, as you can tell. AQ there catching as well. So interesting balance going on here. Vectro Low. We believe MK Bond perhaps coming in the pits this lap. Let's see, is he going to come in straight away? No, he's going to stay out for one more lap here. Because in this lap, he surely has to pit. Looking at the fuel read up, it's not going to make it too much longer. But up front now, we're only about 8 and a bit laps to go to the end of this race. Frisky and Michael. Good slide there, Michael. I caught that. MK Bourne, then Vectro, who we saw have an absolutely insane slide last time out in Italy for the second round of the Italian version of the Grand Prix. Then we've got the likes of Jake and AQ. Luke is in the pit lane. Forrest there. And W4 in 10th position, the last man in the race. We believe, because we don't know where this man is. Oh, hello. Camera up. There we go. We don't know where Luke is so far. We never know where he is. But there is a beautiful, beautiful drive there from Frisky. Doing an absolutely beautiful job there from Michael. MK Bourne coming in third and staying in third so far. But we'll pit this lap then. Promoting Vectro to the podium for what could be his first time here. I believe it might be his second time. I'm not exactly too certain. Yes, I believe it's his second time here. So Vectro lighting up. He's coming through the season. Standings quite well with a slide on the exit for good cause. Behind him there, Jake and AQ there. They'll be catching quite quickly. How big the gap? It doesn't really tell us about... No, it doesn't really give us any indication there. So about 2-3 seconds, I believe. So he's just coming into the corner there. 1, 2, 3... Or about 5 seconds, we believe, there between the gaps. Between those guys there, it's a bit of a good gap there. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen between these guys. Vectro Low doing a good job. Leading this kind of pack behind Low. He's in 4th. He's going to be up to 3rd. Let's see. Is he going to come in this lap? Well, yes, he is, because if he doesn't, he's running out of fuel. In comes Z4. Yes, he does. Finally, promoting Vectro up to the podium for what could be the second time, I believe. Frisky leading from Michael, however, the top 2. Then there's Vectro and Jake. MK Bourne then down on the jacks. Out he'll come in a few moments' time. Around about now. Let's see, how long is he going to be? Yeah, now he comes out, comes MK Bourne. He'll be in 6th position. He's behind the likes of AQ, but he'll be on fresh tyres, so expect him to go charging. Mr. Crump saying, Vamos, Michael. So something's going on there. I'm not exactly too certain there, but something's interesting there. However, Michael's second. You have to wonder, though, this young chap, after his issues earlier on the season, coming back through as well. And all these drivers will be getting points on Jamie, because Jamie's really had some torrid luck this season. He struggled all the time. Michael in second, Vectro in third, Jake in 4th. Throw your driver of the day down the chat. I'm saying it's Vectro in my books there. Absolutely incredible to see him doing so well here today. Jake in 4th, AQ in 5th. MK Bourne, well, watch where he goes. He's going to be coming through as well. I only imagine there's about 5 seconds there. J. Luke, Forrest, Costa, W4, right down the back as well. And out this race, of course, is Lukey Lulu. Frisky Low leading this motor race from Michael and Vectro. Not long to go. Only about 7 laps here left in the Japanese Grand Prix. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it all the time. I love here today. I have to say apologies for if you're wondering why the tag wire timing screen has had a little bit of an issue here today. That's the reason we're not getting many timings, unfortunately, here. So that's the reason why I'm kind of going back to the old school. Actually running a bit wide there. That's because the timings have failed us here today. They're a bit of glitchy, so I'm trying to work out the proper gaps between them. So as you can really see, they're not really, all the timing screens are gone completely. Hello to Liv Z in the chat as well here, Michael Davis. Meanwhile, gap there, the kind of, there's about just over a sector between the there now. As you can see that the second position there just coming through towards the very long Dunlop corner there. It's about 7 or 8 seconds there. Vectro, meanwhile, further about 8 or 9 seconds behind there. A little bit of gap as well to Jake. That gap is closing there, but closing between Aku and Jake. Closing on them low is MK Bourne. Behind them is Luke Forrest and then Costa. W4, meanwhile, down the back and out this race there is Lukey Lulu. Of course, if you are just new here, new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. Ding, ding, done. Vector, meanwhile, talking about being done, doing an absolutely beautiful job in third, and he is getting the job done. All these top guys are. Frisky, though, surely a very lucky puppy dog, because Jamie disconnected. Now, we know Jamie very likely would have won this race had he not disconnected, because he wasn't in the race. He had made his last pit stop, but he disconnected with an internet failure, and that has cost him an absolute heap of positions, a heap of time in the standings. Off goes Frisky a little bit wide there, naughty boy there, Mr. Frisky. Track extending like an absolute boss. Michael Davis, second position. He's doing a good job as well, and well done as well to Vector. He is in third position as well. And hopefully, if you're in Britain, by the way, I hope you've enjoyed this beautiful sunny day here in the UK. It's been an absolutely beautiful day. Here at the time is 7:51, 51 minutes past the hour. Wherever you are here in the world, from UK, India, China, America, wherever you are from the world, even from the likes of Antarctica. I know probably some of you may be watching from Antarctica. Maybe if you are, hello. Down there in Antarctica, if you are watching, I don't know if you are. Anyway, we never know, we could be watching. Let us know where you are watching this from in the chat. Where are you watching us from? Let us know down in the chat. Vector, meanwhile, doing a good job in third position. Jake in fourth there, getting caught more and more by Aku, and MK Bourne cutting low. That's a gap we'll keep an eye on there in the coming laps. 6 laps to go here in the Japanese Grand Prix, and Frisky leads the way then from Jamie's disconnection a few laps ago. 11 runners in this race, or 10 if you're not counting Luke, who disconnected earlier on. So Frisky leading from Michael. Now we know Jamie won the race last time out, of course, so that is a big contrast from winning to scoring no points. And you have to wonder though, is this going to affect the standings? I believe it will. Indeed. Well, we know Vector is going to be moving up quite a lot in the standings because he's got another very solid position here today. He's been doing so well the last few races, and he's doing another brilliant job here today. Born at 6th position, meanwhile down the field he's closing up a little bit now on the lights there. And who's gone off there? Someone's gone off. W4's had an issue there. That's a tragedy for him. W4's pulled the car off to the side of the road, and that's a real shame for him there. Out of the race there. 9 runners in this race then. Mr. Costa will be the last man in this race. Well, not who's parked it there, and out has gone W4, meaning I believe Luke will score points now. I don't know where Luke is comparison here, but if he's actually in this race, we'll have to figure that out later on. But Frisky, meanwhile, we know is leading from the likes there of Michael Davis. Vector in third ahead of Jake, only 4 and a bit to go here in the Japanese Grand Prix. And look at this, Aku is caught right up now to the back of Jake, and this is interesting here to see. Let's see if anything happens between those two. Let's be interesting, let's be realistic. It's going to be interesting. We know Aku's going a lot quicker here. He's been closing up all the time, but overtaking, well, catching is one thing, overtaking is an entire different kettle of fish. Let's see if Aku can do anything about it. Let's see if he can catch right up and try and make him over. The back one there, MK Bourne catching and catching and catching. The gap there, I believe these guys all separated by about 4 or 5 seconds here today. And they are closing very quickly. So I'll be excited to see where these drivers will finish once, of course, all the batting is over. Q is really challenging now. He is going around the outside into the spoon section. Bit of contact. Q runs wide off the road. And that was a little bit of argy-bargy there, if I have to say so. But he did, in fact, eventually get the move done in the end. It was a good kind of move, bit of contact. But contact, nonetheless, is contact. But Jake will retain fourth at Q, and then MK Bourne catching as well. And Q now trying on the outside as they're coming onto lap 22 or 25. Only a few laps to go here in the Japanese Grand Prix. And these are becoming an interesting battle here for 4th, 5th and 6th. And here goes MK Bourne. We said he was catching earlier. Oh my goodness me, they're almost colliding down the straight. Now can he do anything now? MK Bourne's being squished. They're going into the corner. MK Bourne has the inside line of AQ. There's contact. AQ's off the road into the gravel. MK Bourne's up to 4th. And off goes Jake as well. AQ's gone wide. It's all gone wrong for AQ. And that surely is a cue for a disastrous moment for him. MK Bourne, though, now up to 4th there, taking 2 cars in the space of about 14 milliseconds. A beautiful move for him. Slight contact. But what can you do, eh? Sometimes in racing, contact can happen. Unfortunately, it happened here today. So let's hope nothing bad happens until the end of the race. Do get your comments down in the chat, by the way, who you think is the driver of the day. Mr. Costa in 8th, meanwhile, Forrest in 9th as well. So the last 2 point scorers on the circuit, apart from Luke, who we don't know exactly where he is. We'll have to find that out later on. Frisky running a little bit wide into 130R again, so he seems to be liking that wide line. Very low on fuel. Vetro has quite a lot of fuel in his car and is now getting caught by MK Bourne. Is he going to be quick enough to catch it? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Vetro could lose his podium here. The gap is... Let's have a look. Around about 8 seconds. So it's a good gap left. People saying Corvette driver of the day just because of that car livery. Now we do have to say, yes, the car livery on the of that livery, the number 13, beautiful. But I have to say, look, if I had a livery, I'd give it to Vetro. His Martini livery, absolutely shining here. And then the background is MK Bourne, about several seconds the gap. Is it close enough to catch up? And will they catch up? It's a bit matter. Look at the background here. Akira on the grass. Oh my goodness me, on the grass. AQ, Jake's gone wide. There was contact and off spins Jake there. That is dramatic stuff there. AQ diving on the grass. There was contact there. Surely the stewards will have to look at that one. That was an absolutely insane incident there. There was definite contact a few times there. We'll keep an update on Vetro, who's under pressure from MK Bourne. And let's see if these guys are going to catch each other. 2 and a bit laps to go here in the Japanese Grand Prix. Can Vetro score a podium? That's your important question. Frisky, though, he's on score to take the victory here from Michael Davis. Still unknown, though, between Vetro and MK Bourne. That gap, we believe, is closing all the time. About 6.8 seconds, the gap I'm working out there. So it is closing. But is it close enough to close up? He's going to have to catch about 3 seconds per lap. And Vetro, meanwhile, is catching up to Michael. The gap is about 5 seconds. You can just see in the background there of him. So these guys are all pretty even here. They are even. Very close. You might just be able to see slightly in the background of MK Bourne catching up there. So it is interesting to see where the drivers will go in the end of the race. We're coming on to lap 24 for your leader, penultimate lap. He's on target to win the Japanese Grand Prix unless something bad happens to him. For God's sake, let's hope it doesn't for these guys. Hopefully Vetro can score the podium. I'm willing him on the will of the people. Can he do it? .9 seconds the gap we're working at there. The gap is closing dramatically. It was 7 seconds now, down to 5.9. It's closing and closing. Can MK Bourne get the podium here? Vettro's struggling. His tyres are going off the cliff. That gap is closing. It's getting absolutely honest. It's not looking good for Vettro. He could lose the podium here. Can he just keep it going for one and a bit more laps to go? Can he just do it? Hopefully he can. Frisky Low leads his race from Michael. The gap is way over 10.5 seconds. Look at the gap low. Look how much it's closing. We'll give another timing screen if we can here. It's about 4 seconds. I think Vettro's going to lose it. Vetro might lose less. This could be interesting here. That gap is closing. You can see how quickly it's closing. Look at how good his tyres are compared to Vetro. The gap is closing. It's only about 2 or 3 seconds here. This is absolutely desperate times for Vetro. That gap could... He's going to lose the podium if he's not careful. Frisky's coming round to start his last lap. Meanwhile, he's on the circuit just about. And look at Michael. He's really low on fuel. So this could add another spanner in the works. Could Michael run out of fuel here? He's running low on the fuel. This could really affect him. I don't know how little fuel he's going to have, but everyone else, Frisky as well, very low on fuel. So these guys running to the bare minimum. We're looking here at Vetro, and look at the background there is MK Bourne. We'll keep an eye on these two here as they start the final lap of the Japanese Grand Prix. The battle for the podium is really heating up here. Can Vetro hold off a charging MK Bourne? Can the Dutch hold off the Germans? A charging German nonetheless. On the final lap here, the gap is just about 2.5 seconds here. He can just about get us in. Off goes Michael. Michael's dropped it. He's in trouble. Michael's struggling here. Could MK Bourne get second in this race? Is that a possibility? He's closing up. He's going to have to pass Vetro the hard way. Vetro's not going to be an easy target to pass. Even on those older tyres, he's going to be going very, very aggressive. Michael made a mistake as well. So even he's struggling here, especially on the fuel. He's got very little. So it's Frisky. So these guys presumably are just going to be cruising. Well, Frisky can just cruise here. Michael can't. Vetro can't. MK Bourne is challenging. He's running low fuel. So Vetro already has the most fuel out of these guys here. So if anyone's going to be struggling, it's not going to be Vetro. But look at MK Bourne. That is under a second now. He's flashing his lights as well. This is getting close and close on the final lap here of the Japanese Grand Prix. Vetro's gone wide. Here can MK Bourne do it on the last lap. He's all over the back of him. MK Bourne's going to have to try it any way he can. Is Vetro going to cover the inside line? Just try and force him wide. Or is MK Bourne close enough to try the inside line? There's a bit of contact. There's a lot of contact. MK Bourne's down the inside. Has he done it? I think he has done it. MK Bourne up to third on the last lap. That is a disastrous moment for Vetro. He's lost the podium on the final lap of the Japanese Grand Prix. Surely devastating. Frisky wins the Japanese Grand Prix meanwhile. Michael Davis is going to finish in second position, or will he? Because MK Bourne's catching. I think that Michael's going to do it. He's going to finish second with literally zero fuel on that car. Out comes Michael. He's going to finish second. Or is he? He's slowing down, or is he? It's for a second he was slowing down. Michael second. MK Bourne third. Vetro is going to finish fourth. Devastating there. And look at Akiri's battling here with Jake off the road. Oh, and here's Luke. There are 3 cars going into the corner at once here. This is going to be close. AQ looks like he's going to get 5th. Luke's going to get 6th. Jake's got 2nd, so those 3 have switched. Let's see. AQ 5th. Jake 6th. Well, Luke's 6th. Jake's 7th. Costa 8th. Just ahead of Forrest. No, Forrest got on the line. Forrest got on the line. Oh my goodness. Forrest got on the line. That's absolutely disastrous. Oh my goodness me. The race has been cancelled. Oh no. What's happened? Well, that's a dramatic finish of the Japanese Grand Prix. We've had an issue. Well, that is that then. What a race. Congratulations everyone in the race for all the beautiful driving. Vettel absolutely devastated there. Well done though to Frisky on that win. We'll see you next time out, though. What a motor race. Until then, I've been Evil Dragon XXL. This has been Inside Line Racing. We'll see you soon. Ta-ra.